a darkened blur.
I really like small intimate gigs as well, when you really can, you're all sitting there in quite a close room.
Because the small intimate gigs are really the in thing at the moment, aren't they? I mean, they have been for like the sort of past 10 or 15 years. Everyone's just actually scrambled to get the smaller venues, whereas once upon a time people would fight to get the bigger ones. But they just found something very special and lasting for the audience when they leave. They'll remember more about that gig, and they'll remember it for longer if it's a small one.
I had a few years ago when I launched my album, I had it at the 100 Club on Oxford Street, and about a week before the event I got a phone call from the venue, and they said, "We've had Queens of the Stone Age approach us. They want to use your night for a really intimate warm-up gig. Is it right if we give it to them?"
What'd you do?
Well, it's Queens of the Stone Age, and they gave me a little VIP ticket, so I couldn't really say no to them.
I'm thinking to myself, big deal.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I don't know.
That's an example of these intimate gigs being really popular, even with those massive, global bands.
And the thing is, though, going back to what you were saying, you're performing in Colchester next weekend and then the big gig in Ipswich the weekend after. Regardless of who's on the panel, you just don't know who's sitting out there in the audience watching and waiting for someone who could come by, and you could be just what they're waiting for, just that slot they need to fill, just the voice, just the look, just the songs. Does that occur to you? Or you must do when you go out there.
I guess I try not to think about that aspect, because the reason I'm doing it is because I love it, and every time I get up there on stage, it's about the songs and about sharing that with the audience. So I don't really mind if it's who's in the audience, because every single member of the audience is just as important to me.
How do you actually relax and sort of chill out? Because I obviously through this job, the job by nature, it means that I know a lot of people who work within the music business, whether it be radio, television, musicians, singers, songwriters, people who work in sound studios, and quite often people are never off duty, like policemen and policewomen. Are you ever off duty as a singer-songwriter?
I guess not, and I guess that can sort of add its own sort of stresses and pressures. But at the end of the day, I've got this wonderful, wonderful job that I love, so I just have to keep on remembering and actually making time to songwrite. It's something that when I wasn't doing music full time, I would just make time all the time to squeeze in a bit of songwriting here and there, because I had to feed my soul. And so now that I'm doing music all the time, I actually have to go, right, tonight I'm going to go and I'm going to sit with my guitar. I'm not necessarily going to songwrite, but usually going and sitting with the guitar or piano means that I end up writing something anyway.
Do you go and lock yourself away somewhere then?
Yeah, definitely. I have a little room at home where...
Is that easy to do?
No
Do
one's allowed.
People knocking on the door? People sending you text messages? And
I definitely turn off the phone and unplug the internet. It's such a distraction, especially these days with all this sort of online social networking, and for musicians it's really, really important. And I love the fan base that I've managed to build up through all the online sites, but I definitely have to know sort of when to switch it off for a few hours, otherwise it's completely relentless.
It can actually take over your life. I mean, if you're listening to this programme now, maybe you don't use the internet much yourself personally, but you'll certainly know, if you don't, you'll certainly know somebody in your family who just vanishes for an entire weekend and just sits on the computer.
They don't realise that the time just goes like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, where have you been for the last 3 hours? 3 hours? I was there for 5 minutes.
We'll say the dinner's on the table, the next thing you hear, the dinner's in the oven, then dinner's in the dog. But what I've done now, I just go on and do my emails, get off it.
Yeah, that's really important. To sort of have a set thing that you go to the computer to go, right, I'm going to do this, this and this, and then I'm going to step away.
And I've actually rediscovered going out and other people.
The real
world. Whatever next.
What's that?
Do you actually ever do? So I love going out for a couple of pints down the pub with my mates. Do you ever do the pub venues as well?
Yeah, I do. Well, I haven't done so much recently because I've been writing a lot of stuff for the new album. But certainly when I'm out there touring, I definitely include a few of those because it's just really great.
So the album, we've got one of your albums here and another track on CD which I want to play in a second or two. But the album here, Holding Up the Sky, is there another one on the way? Is that right?
Yes, well, that's the plan. So I've already written the songs for the new album, and I'm just trying to sort of make some time to go into the studio, and obviously that sort of costs a bit, so need to sort of raise the funds for it, and as soon as possible go into the studio to record it.
Well, good luck with it all, and certainly with Ipswich. So, would you email us and let us know what happens?
Definitely.
All right, because not being a singer, songwriter, or guitarist myself, I just admire anyone who can do it. And well, you've got my backing when you go up there. I hope it goes well. Well, we've got a track lined up in the CD machine here. Which one's this we're going to listen to?
So this one's actually called "Holding Up the Sky."
Oh, this is the title track.
Yeah.
Okay, then right. Let's listen to this one. Thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you very much. And if anybody wants to come along to the Ipswich Corn Exchange, it's Saturday the 10th of April, and you can get tickets from my website, which is www.julianameyer.com. I'll spell that. That's JulianaMeyer. And tickets are £7.50, and all ages are welcome. It's 8:30 on Saturday the 10th.
Juliana, thanks very much and good luck. See you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much.
I'm a fighter, I have passion here, but I'll use it to make love no more. Will abuse this power I must ignore. I refuse to be a hypocrite, I refuse to let us lie in it. If I hold you down, we won't hit the ground. In your arms I found, smell as if the sky is falling down. When I hold you down, we won't hit the ground. In your arms I found, smell as if the sky is falling down, down, We are here now, in the present day, and no hate can make that go away. Through forgiveness, we can forget the past, but without it, suffering will last. I'm not a dreamer, I'm a realist. This is the only way we can coexist. I have seen love in a dancing bee. In the present, we can find the peace. If I hold you down, we won't hit the ground. In your arms I found, smell as if the sky is falling down. When I hold you down, we won't hit the ground. In your arms I found, smell as if the sky is falling If I hold you down, we won't hit the ground. In your arms I found, smell as if the sky is falling. When I hold you down, we won't hit the ground. In your arms I found, smell as if the sky is falling down. It's not as if the sky is falling. Not as if the sky is falling down.
Holding up the sky there, Juliana Meyer. It's BBC Radio Norfolk.